The Duranoid's backyard mechanics. So we've got some of this is biodegradable, so okay for your fingers, you can get on your fingernails, not going to give you cancer. And what I've done is I've unhooked the cable ankle bolt. The issue is this cable here is a bit sticky, so I've got a bit of grease on it, and that'll be really, really good. It'll be a lot better braking. I did it to the front before, works so much better. It's just so much more crisp. All right, and so what you need some of this White Lightning crystal grease. I use it because it's organic. You use it in the bedroom, probably not actually in the bedroom, and then use this to thread it through, because this is internal cables, which I don't really like because it's just a bit of a fuss when you're changing stuff. But I'm going to thread this through onto there like that. So you can see some bikes in the background. I built that bike up yesterday, saved me $300. Right? Built it up to sell. So there's definitely money to be made. Bike mechanics. So basically, I'm just threading this through, and you don't need this orange thing, but it makes the job a lot easier. So I'm just going to put my camera down and thread it through, and then it'll pop up through here, and then that way I can thread the cable through it again, if that makes sense. And I'll take this cable out and grease it. Alright, so with the internal cables, you do it a few times, you get the hang of it. I'm definitely, the first time I ever did it, took me hours, and now I'm really getting the hang of it. You're just feeling how things work, you're just feeling how it works. You know, it's as simple as that, and this is all simple. Life's very simple. People, this production is not high quality, Duranoid. All the advice is high quality, and that's all that matters, alright? You want good advice, then this is the best. So there we go. So you just got to thread it through like that, out of focus, it's all good enough. And you can see what's going on. Now I'll pull this cable through, and we'll have that orange cable there as a cable guide for when I put it back in. It's the S-Works Vegemite bike. It's a 12 grand bike with a $2 fix. Alright, so I've got the cable here, and you can sort of see if I'm going to pull it through. I'm not going to pull it all the way out, because then it might be a bit hard to thread through here again. I'll pull out 95% of the way out, and then I'll just put some grease on that, as much as I can, and then that way inside this cable housing it will be really nice and lubed. I also check the end of the cable housing to see if it's got any splits and cracks. That looks okay, otherwise I would trim it with some cable cutters, but this one looks fine. It makes a big difference. Always check your cable ends, check them. So I got most of the cable out, and I'm going to thread it with some grease. There's a bit of a kink there, that's not so good, but it's good enough. It's not a safety issue. And then so you can see that the cable probably goes to about there, the brake cable. Otherwise, if I pull it all the way out, I don't need to. Just threading it back in might be a bit of an issue. So there we go. SRAM red, love it. It's just so easy to service. And put a thin sliver on that. Basically, put it between my fingers. I'll show you what I mean. It's like a little maggot, like a bit of a zit. And it's good because it's non-toxic. I don't have to worry about birth defects and stuff like that for myself. So there's this kink here. I can feel that when I'm massaging in the grease. It is a bit of an issue, but if you want 100% performance, I'd put in your cable in. But me, being Mr. Recycle, Mr. Reuse, this cable's still got plenty of life left, so I'll keep running it. But yeah, the grease is massaged in there, so it'll provide a lot less friction for when it's going through the cable housing. It'll increase performance. Simple tips, cost me maybe 5 cents. Ask a bike shop to do it, maybe talking 20, 30 bucks. So, and you have to wait a week, drop it off, and all that time wasted. Do it yourself what you can, and help other people's bikes be fixed. It's a great tool to learn. Back to threading this cable through the guide. Still see there's a bit of a wear there. You could probably put a little bit of clear tape on that. That'd be a good idea, otherwise you eventually wear through the carbon bike and you cause a crack through there. So you definitely, if you've got any wear points, you want to put some carbon on there. This camera's not really focusing too good, is it? $2,000 camera, $2 focus. So there we go, that's going to be the deal, and thread it through. I'll just pull it through actually now. There we go, just pull it. Look at that, look how easy that is. You know what I mean? Saves so much time and hassle. This stuff lasts forever. Where do you get it from? I don't know, but bike shops might have it. Just such a game changer. Perfect. And this cable housing's pretty cooked, but we'll keep it rolling. Just because this stuff just doesn't break down, so I'll use it as long as I can, and I'll get another few years out of it. You could replace it, but I'm not going to. I'll put some lube down there just to protect against corrosion, and this will, this stuff just doesn't break down. This probably take 1,000 years to break down in a landfill, so I try and use it for as long as possible. But bike shops, having to make profit, just chuck this in the bin all the time because they've got to sell stuff to keep the rent, to make up for the corona loss income. So that's just the deal there. You can use this stuff a lot. Just keep it lubed. It lasts a long time. And just trim the ends. If the ends are cracked, trim them. Alright? This stuff does not break down. Even reuse this little cable guide. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Just use pliers to reform it and put it on here. These are handy just because they protect you getting stabbed by the wire. Push it on there, get the pliers, and just crimp them up. So I just tested the brakes there and they work really good. Just a bit of corrosion on there from being in the beaches in Thailand, and I'll probably give a bit of a clean off, and then push it up, give it a crimp, and then we're good to go. Looks a bit backyardish, but hey, some people all show no go. We're all go no show. Simple as that. Let me give it a feel. Oh, that feels so much better. That feels so much better. It's amazing. Just feels brand new again. Simple little tip. Save money, get performance, get better feel. Good to go. And this corrosion here, that's just cosmetic. You know, you could probably spend time buffing it off, but I like having sort of dirty looking brakes because when people sitting behind me getting dropped, they look at my bike and think, oh, look at that. You know, just cracks them a bit more. Just cracks them a bit more. The tip as well is you can switch ends, so you can, like, this end can go that. Every time you grease your cables, you can switch it around, and that way the grooves in the housing don't get as deep and just last a little bit longer as well. So these are tips for increased safety as well, right? Your bike's all about, it doesn't matter how your bike looks, it's what is it safe? Is your bike safe? So safety is number one. All right, so all these people focus on aesthetics, and they have like a steerer tube sitting right up here. I've got a steerer plug goes down to there, a Colnago one. Some people have like their steerer plug just goes to there, and then the steerer snaps right there because their plug didn't go deep enough. Plug should always go below the bottom bolt on a carbon steerer. So people focus too much on aesthetics versus safety. So safety is number one. And there you go, just reuse products. And also by doing this stuff, you know, when you need to, you pay attention to anything in your bike. You know, maybe cracks here and there, or you've got Dura-Ace cranks. You always want to check them for cracks because they are famous for cracking and failing. So this is good to, you know, to check things out. Spindles loose next to our pedals, send them out to Shimano, they'll fix them up for you for free. Just things like that. By working on your bike yourself, you learn more about it, you know, and it's just safer. You can check your tyres for sidewall cuts, etc. And it just things just a lot better. It's $2,000 camera with the $2 zoom. Wow, how's about that? Another tip as well is I center my brakes so they are not pushing. See how that pushes the rim a bit? Pushes the rim a bit, so I center it up so the rim's not getting pushed. That way, just better braking performance. Those pads, I could also angle those as well because the top's being a bit thin. I'm going to angle it a bit more toe in. So I think that's a great tip. Give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give the video a thumbs down. And this is how we roll here. Home mechanics is so powerful because it's a skill. When you're traveling, you can fix other people's bikes. I've fixed thousands of bikes over the years. And brakes are one of my specialty. And now moving into gears as a specialty, steerer tubes, etc. But brakes are my specialty. I just love working on brakes. That's why I hate hydro disc brakes, because they're just too much fat for me. I love cable disc on my gravel bike, cable rim on my road bike, and simple as that. So if you do like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, thumb it down. Also, a big tip as well, have some food before you go, and have some carbs before you go and work on a bike. Have some water, keep breathing, things like that. Don't hold your breath and get frustrated. Just feel and observe. Always have some food. Never work on a bike hangry, because that's bad for safety. You won't be paying attention. You're thinking about food versus being present and paying attention to what you're trying to do. So have a bit of a snack first, have some water, have a nap if you need to, and get back to the job and focus and enjoy it and feel it, all right? Very easy to get frustrated when you're working on a bike. Make sure you're breathing, all right? If you're breathing, you can't get frustrated. When you hold your breath and you bend over, you're gonna feel very frustrated, all right? So just relax, carb up, focus, get it done, learn, share.